Hello, everybody. My name's Ardendris, and welcome back to Naruto ShinobiCraft. It's quite a bit later than I usually record. I don't know what I was actually going to say. Usually I record like just around noon, a little bit before. Nope, today it's like 3, almost 3:30. Anyways, last time we started things off by unlocking our second form of our tailed beast cloak. So now we can do this and go berserk once again. We're already up to 150 out of the 800 we need, so we're slowly getting there, and we're just stuck in a wall right now because there's nothing for our beast to actually attack. But this mode is pretty cool. It would start throwing beast bombs if there was something to launch one at. And eventually we're going to leave this corner, maybe, whenever the timer runs out. But anyways, other than that, our main focus was spawning in a bunch of the missing villager, or a bunch of the Naruto mobs we didn't actually get to see before. So most of them in here, there's nothing really that important. Like, Might Guy is the really only important one we hadn't seen from the base mods, but besides the Tailed Beast, obviously. So like, Tamari, Chome, oh wait, no, not Chome. Kankaro, Tamari, Kakashi, Kurotsuchi, all of these basically have models, but they don't actually do anything. That's a little bit sad. We can spawn them in, we can see them. One of them's actually an Akatsuki, who actually also does nothing. Well, technically it has a fight. Like, it does more than the rest of the ones that are just models with nothing going for them. But as far as fights go, basically you just need to be able to hit it a bunch of times. It can't really kill you. Yeah. So, a whole bunch of mobs that have models but don't really have AI or attacks or anything like that yet. But, Might Guy actually works properly. So, we spawned in a Might Guy, and we talked to him, using the power of our youth and whatnot. We did the challenge, where basically it's a 1v1 where there's a whole bunch of mobs spawning in a village, and you are racing to beat Might Guy to beat more of them, and whenever time runs out, whoever has the more kills... Oh, hello, Otsutsuki. Lava release mode. Oh yeah, this is also something we put on. Where's my lava chakra mode? That's not exactly what I meant to grab, but it works. Oh, you don't actually take the AoE damage from my lava release. That's good to know. Ow. Where's my lightning release mode? There we go. So, scorching rocks. I didn't mean to land in lava, but okay. Did that do damage? Like a half heart. It's technically something. So everything else in the... What is happening? That was weird. I couldn't get out of that weird loop that I was doing. So, yeah, lava release also we got last time. So, this is a pretty cool jutsu. It's essentially a better... Wow, what is happening? It is, in a way, just a better version of fire release. Like, everything around you will get burned. Your attacks do, like, an extra 100 damage or something like that. It's a really good skill. You have basically a better Great Fireball jutsu. Oh, come on. Can you stop spamming your super laggy attacks, please? I don't even know what's coming at us. You know what, I'm fine with that. I don't care. I don't care about it beating Otsutsuki's anymore. It's not like we need the Byakugan at this point. Ugh, game, are you okay? Apparently the answer is no. 1 second. Okay, think we're good now. Anyways, yeah, lava release. It's really cool. We have the essentially what is just a better Great Fireball jutsu. Quick Lime will just lock something in place. Lava Chakra mode is basically just a... It's an offensive version of... It's much more offensively powerful than Lightning Release, but also it does have some defensive capabilities. Like, AoE, just anything that gets too close will eventually burn away, so it's technically offensive, but it technically has some defensive capabilities too. And lava melting, actually this one's not that great. Basically, you spew lava. Yeah, you just spew a little bit of lava. It works like lava, as you'd expect. So, lava release has some really good things, and then something that I'm just a little on. The thing I'm the most on is the one that's hardest to use anyways, so that's whatever. Anyways, I totally got distracted by lava release, but we defeated Might Guy in the challenge and managed to, whoops, yeah, another Otsutsuki. Let's just go this way. Anyways, we won against Might Guy pretty handily. Like, we had like 70 kills. Meanwhile, Might Guy had 28 or 30 or something like that. Oh, we got the attention of a Kisame. Where's home? That one. Let's just go to sleep, shall we? But yeah, we beat Might Guy, and because we won, we were given, if this will close away, the 8 inner gates. So between episodes, I have trained this up to 220. Oh, I wish I'd gotten, I really wish I'd gotten some sort of warning that, oh, the village is under attack. That would have been nice. Go inside. I cannot use Caliburn right now. Did you just spawn a husk inside of a house to kill a villager? Why is that even allowed? Like, that is silly. Why on earth would that be allowed? There we go. Hopefully it was just the one villager that died. I got actually 0 warning about that. Why? Like, why on earth did I not get any warning that, oh, things are going bad in the village? Whatever. That's very rude. It was just a lumberjack. I think we have extras. Maybe. The diamond axe could technically also be used by the butcher. What did that say? No, it was the butcher. Of course it was. Like, the one that's actually expensive to replace is the one that died, because, yeah, that's just my luck. Anyways, yeah. I'll get another butcher eventually. It's not actually that bad. Like, the butcher kept accidentally starving themselves because they would not stop working to go eat. So, honestly, they weren't doing much work for the village anyways. I guess I have some stuff to dump now. But, yes, we now have access to the 8 inner gates. And we're going to be testing them out today. I have trained up the first one. We can see what the gate of opening is about. And once that is open, we'll be able to see what the other gates work like too. I'm gonna have to turn off my healing circle for testing these, just because of how they work somewhat. And let me dump a couple of things. But also last time, we managed to kill something and get the puppet scroll. The puppet Jutsu scroll. So we now actually have access to every scroll, every jutsu you can get via that. And basically hi. I haven't seen one of you spawn around here before. That's pretty cool. Hello, puppet. I did catch a Sasori in it, and he spawned his puppets around here. I guess this is over a cave system or something. There's a whole bunch of zombies right underground. But, can we just steal Sasori's puppet? Yes, we can. So the puppet jutsu essentially lets us use all those scrolls and whatnot for different puppets, and just start using these to fight for us. I think if I were to, say, run over here and punch some sort of satyr or something, this would start throwing like 1,000 needles at it. If there was a satyr to punch, why is it that every time I want to test something, there's no mobs around? It's very silly. Hello? This place is always covered in mobs. The second I want to punch something, it's just gone, of course. I'm sure there's ants somewhere nearby, right? Okay, yeah, this one just works like flying a kite around, and it will eventually attack something. Seriously, there's constantly mobs. Every single time I want to test something, it becomes difficult to find a mob when they're always everywhere when I don't want them. It's so weird. Shinobi friend, I guess you're our training dummy for right now. But if we touch our Shinobi, or not, do you need to hit us? Maybe it's another thing where hitting it doesn't properly aggro it on a mob. We have to get hit by a mob to activate it, which is kind of silly if that's the case. Of course, there continues to be no hostile mobs for some reason. Come on. Okay, there finally is a hostile mob and they're not attacking us. What is happening? Hello? Oh, hold on. I see how this... Huh. So, we can't take damage right now. What keeps happening is our puppet here keeps jumping in the way. Oh, hello, Hedon. You're not exactly who I want to fight with this. I could have sworn this thing was supposed to throw needles, and when Sasori uses it, it does. But I can't get it to repeat it. What if I don't have anything in my offhand? Yeah, that puts me into Tailed Beast Cloak. That's not what I'm after either. So is there no way to get the Kazekage to start throwing its needles? Why can Sasori do it, but we can't? Weird. I know for a fact this is the one that throws all the million, like, needles at us. Anyways, we have other puppets to grab. Can we put you back into our scroll or no? I would have thought so, but maybe not. Come on. There we go. Deactivate this puppet. We're just gonna head home. And I guess we're gonna grab some of our other ones, because we also need Hiroko, or Hiruko. Got it. That's what it is. I think I technically have one in a... yeah, I stole this one from Sasori, but let's do it actually from the scroll. See if that works differently. And Karasu, third Kazekage, and Sanshuo. So these are the three main puppets. Hiroko, let's do this away from that. Are you now spawning because... Are you spawning because we have a villager here now? Is that why you're here, Kakashi? That could be the case, which would be kind of cool. Anyways, our Hiroko puppets. And basically... I got very concerned that Kakashi was coming at us. So this is the one that you see Sasori immediately spawned into. So this is apparently just a really defensive one. And oh, and you can see it there. Oh, this thing cannot swim. Shift click to deactivate it. And then... Okay, yeah, you can use the puppet scroll to put it back in. That's how it works. Got it. So, we can't technically steal Sasori's puppets, but we sort of can. So, if I resummon it, we instantly gain access to it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we actually have a pretty decent amount of range due to, like, the scorpion tail. So yeah, Hiruko's pretty strong. It's basically like an extra health bar. And some really good defensive capabilities, because I think if you're holding right-click, most attacks only do one. And that knocks away its durability. Durability is basically equal to the mob's health. But I believe our healing jutsu would work on that, so that's pretty cool. Next up is Karasu. Oh, are you the needle one? That might be the case. So we once again need a mob to punch, which is once again... going to be silly and difficult, I guess, for some reason. I know there's a cave system underground. Let me find mobs. Like, why are they just not spawning when I need them? I need training dummies. Let me go find them real quick. Okay, we have ourselves a centaur, at least. If we punch you... Where's my puppet jutsu? We can deactivate you instantly. And once again, it's working as a defensive barrier, which is good, but it won't actually throw, or it won't launch anything. I know for a fact at least one of these puppets is supposed to have like 1,000,000 senbons or something they can throw. Aw, come on, stupid ants. I don't know. I guess it's good to have like a little body double to jump in front of us to take a hit, but it's not exactly what I was thinking of. You can go away for now, friend. So there's that. The third Kazekage isn't working. Third Kazekage puppet scroll. Can I go steal the one that's over here? Maybe? Like, I believe that this one that I left over here somewhere is the Kazekage, right? Where did I leave it? It's somewheres in this area. Do they despawn? I don't remember seeing them despawn before, but maybe. Let me run around for a little bit, see if I'm just missing it somewheres over in this little sand dune. Oh wait, no, I left it up there. There you are. So, since you're the third Kage, and I have a summoning scroll for you, can I right-click on you to steal you? And, okay, cool, that's how it works. So now that we have one in a scroll, we can resummon it. We have our friend here. If I were to give you, like a bunch of kunais or something, or a whole bunch of... Does this one not have senbons? Yes, it does. Like, if I were to... don't want this thing to die. If I were to hand it, like, a stack of senbons, would it throw them? Maybe it's probably worth testing at some point. I'm just gonna have to make them first. And sleep through the night. We'll retest the Kage in a moment, but first let's go over the last one, the Shansuo, or Shans question mark Uo. I think it has a symbol in its name that can't be properly picked up. And here we have a thing. Wow, it is basically impossible to actually see with this thing. It has pretty, it's fast and it's got step assist. It doesn't jump or anything like that. It's basically a weird monster thing that we ride around in using our puppet jutsu to control it. It's there. I don't know if I'm ever going to actually use this thing for traveling. We're considerably faster, especially when we fly. But, okay, that's just like a basic punch against a shinobi. Will this thing fight on its own or no? Puppet jutsu. Puppet jutsu. No. Okay, so there's no puppet jutsu to control this thing. It just works like a thing we can ride around on. Okay. So far, none of the puppets are actually amazing, but they're there and they do look pretty cool, so I guess that's something. Anyways, I need to repair all of them, and let me make some senbons and try handing them to one, I guess. That's the last thing I can think of. That doesn't work. I have to go try and find info on them, but I don't think the wiki... Retractable spear? Huh. Well, I'm gonna make that thing. It's also from the Naruto mod. Oh, that's kind of cool. 1.2 and 10 damage. That's actually decent, and it's pretty cheap. Oh, you can't... Ah. Huh? Oh, I was looking at uses before. Oh, and it can be enchanted, so that's good. And then if you hold right-click with it, it does, like, the normal block things. Like, if it was, say, it can block attacks. That's good to know. Other than that, it's just a sword-ish. Well, it's a spear, but it acts like a sword. Okay. It's called a spear, but it doesn't have any extra reach. That's sort of how spears usually work in Minecraft. Anyways, senbons. It's the exact same crafting recipe, and they're both from the same mod. Why on earth would they both have the same crafting recipe? That's weird. Anyways, senbons. And we'll go into a crafting bench to do this. That way we can actually press this little button right here. Now, if we give the third Kage a bunch of senbons, will it properly throw them around? If you would stand still long enough... Wow. I guess it follows the cursor, but it follows the cursor awfully, so we can't actually... Yeah, this is a no. We can't hand this thing any senbons. So how on earth does... How on earth does Sasori actually get his puppets to throw all of those senbons at us? Weird. I don't know. Also, where did our puppet go? How on earth did you end up down there, silly thing? Hello? Puppet friend. Come on. I don't know, the puppets are there. They don't actually seem that great. It's basically two of them act as little barriers, so if you were to get hit, they'll take a hit for you. But against the most important mobs, that's just going to be one hit saved. Which honestly might be good. The Senbons are actually pretty good, and you get like a half stack of them for 3 pieces of iron. Oh, and they can be spam clicked. I don't know, maybe I should be making these Senbons a little bit more frequently. They're pretty good. Let me see if I can't find more info on the puppets, but it seems like that's pretty much the gist of them. And you can go away for now. Huh. Hold on. Oh, okay. Ah, that explains what I'm missing. I noticed that this one... Oh. It has 2 jutsus. They just neither one of them activates if you don't have the 3rd Kazekage. Also, they both start at full training, which is interesting. Sand gathering. Oh. Oh. Okay, this thing's pretty cool. Sand bullet barrage. Are you doing fine? Not really. You can go away for now. I'm gonna heal you up in a moment. Okay, so the 3rd Kazekage does have some extra stuff going for it that I missed before. You're not who I meant to summon. I meant to summon Haruko. Oh wait, no, you're not who I meant to summon. I meant to summon Karasu. Did I miss a right-click effect with you? Maybe if I right-click with an open hand? No. I don't know, I still don't understand the Senbon thing, but the 3rd Kazekage instantly becomes a whole lot cooler now that I know it has magnet release, or at least a couple magnet release jutsus. So let me see if I can't find more info on them, and then I need to pull them all out and heal them up. Although the Kazekage is probably the only one that might see any actual action. Okay, so apparently the puppets are on the wiki, well, with the exception of the Kazekage. So you just work as expected. We saw how you work. You're really cool. The Haruko puppets, we saw how this works. Its defensive capabilities are really strong. Plus it has like increased attack range. It's pretty powerful. Karasu just isn't working for some reason. It's supposed to throw Senbons when you get hit or when you hit something in return, but for whatever reason it won't activate, which is a little bit sad because apparently it can do a lot of damage. And Shansuo, who I think is currently in the backpack, something I didn't try was running into something with it. Heal you up to full. There we go. So, 8 gates, we're going to try those in a moment. So, when you pick up speed, apparently... Apparently, it's just not going to work at all, because apparently... Really? Okay, so 2 of the puppets just aren't functioning correctly. Oh, there we go. You just have to be dead on with your shot, I guess. And the faster you are, the more damage it does. But it's super, super specific. Like, it's not even the hitbox of the mob. It's like my hitbox within it needs to be what hits the mob. And if I'm not sprinting, it basically won't do any damage. I don't know. There we go. So yeah, we're just never using that. So it technically can work and can do damage to a mob. It just isn't for some reason. It took 1 damage, that's not too much. And Karasu, we're gonna attempt you again. Are you... There we go. Why on earth did it work that time? Okay, game. Okay, I guess you just have like a pretty long cooldown and you are... I don't know, maybe when I summoned you the first time you just broke some way and I had to resummon you again in order to fix you? Because now it's working just fine. And... Okay, it looks like if I take a hit at all... I don't know. Maybe you just don't work against archer opponents. Like, if someone hits me with, like, kunai or something like that, it won't attack back. Come on, try and hit me. And now you're not working against a satyr. Yeah, this is strange. So we finally got it to work a couple of times, but it's a bit finicky on when it decides to actually throw its Senbons, I guess. But it does a lot of damage. Those were insta-kills against mobs that have max damage they can take, so that's a thing. So, yeah, Karasu. I have a feeling that the third Kazekage is definitely the most powerful one, but if this one can land its Senbons and actually throw said Senbons, then it's pretty high up there too. Although, I need to unpuppet you. Come on, I need to unpuppet you so that I can heal you and then re-put you into the scroll. And that's basically it for puppets. There's only 4 of them, I think, in the entirety of the mod. And some of them work better than others. Some of them are strong, but hard to use, apparently. Anyways, I think it's time to look at the 8 gates, shall we? After we go sleep through the night. And sleep we will. I'm gonna need to go find that nitwit and heal them. Speaking of which, I did actually figure something out while I was looking at the Techtopia config. Apparently, if we take a book and we run up to any villager, we get this nifty little pop-up here where we can see, like, actual information about our village. Then we can see our village has been alive for 62 days, current time is 6 a.m., village origin, boundaries, all that good stuff. We have 23 structures and 24 residents, sales and whatnot, what's in the village, like information on everything in the village. So there's a lot of stuff in here. I'm not going to sit through everything, but basically specific information about jobs and then where people are working and where they are. Like if we go to the end of the book, we even have this cool map that shows us like where everything is in the village. Okay, yeah, that is right. I was thinking because we're looking this way, it should be in this section, but no, that's northeast. That's where the cow pen is and the butcher. And then you could see all of this laid out. You can see where villagers are, including us. That's pretty cool. Yeah, this is a really nifty book. Like, there's a lot of cool stuff in here. And you can see enemies, like if I needed to figure out where where the necromancer spawned or something, maybe. But yeah, this is really important. We should always carry a book around us when we're doing anything in the village. So that's pretty cool. And in fact, I guess I will always carry a book with us. I can do so pretty easily. Anyways, I think I have some inventory stuff to deal with. Let me dump stuff and organize a bit more before we go and try out the 8 gates, shall we? Okay then, we somehow just had a cow die of starvation. But we have a rancher right here with plenty of wheat feeding the cows, and somehow they're still dying for some reason. So interesting. Anyways, there was one more thing kind of cool that we never actually built in this mod. That is to say the giant fan. And this is another thing we are testing far away from home. So, let's put away Samehara and our scythe for just a moment. So, we literally have a giant fan on our back. It's currently folded up. Let's head on over to spawners, since we're going to be over here in a moment anyways. Yep. So, this giant fan right here essentially activates, what is that? Great Breakthrough. The Wind Jutsu. I was hoping that, unlike Great Breakthrough, it would turn off when we didn't have the fan in our hands, but okay. Does this give us a speed boost? Or does it... I don't know, it doesn't give us a speed boost, but for whatever reason, I feel like it gives us a speed boost. I don't know, the vroom noise makes it sound like we're going faster. It's like how when you think you play better when you're wearing red or something like that. But Great Breakthrough... Yeah. Oh. It works exactly like a Great Breakthrough. I want to say that... Huh. How did it deactivate that quickly? And this used to have a charge bar, but I don't see one anymore. Is this breaking blocks in any way? No, it doesn't look like it. So yeah, we just have a giant fan. It looks kind of cool on our back, and it does a wind jutsu. It didn't build it before. That used to be way more destructive. Like, I think it used to be able to charge up to 30, and it was basically a super powerful wind jutsu for, effectively for free. And then they were like, that's a little bit too powerful, and ended up toning it down quite a bit. I thought it was a bit more destructive than that still, though, but I guess it got nerfed even more than I realized. Anyways, 8 gates. Definitely got distracted from the main purpose of today. So right now, all we can open is the gate of opening. They can charge it. Shift right. Shift right click to open gates. First gate of opening. And... is it open? Okay, it is. I thought something would pop up in the chat or something saying first gate open. But right now we have haste 4, hunger 4, strength 4, resistance, springs. Yeah. So okay, so ow, I saw that 78 and thought we did that to Otsutsuki. No, that was Otsutsuki doing that to us. Considering we have strength 4 on top of our normal strength, I was expecting to do a bit more here, but okay. Oh, how are we already able to do the second gate? First gate of opening, second gate of healing. So the second gate opens up. We now have regeneration. I don't see it there. Yeah, we have some sort of regen going on. Like, that's not our normal regen from the circles right now, I don't think. Oh, we died. Also, did activating 1... oh, it looks like per every second that you have the gates open, you get a training experience. Okay. Also, for some reason, our healing circle just considerably weaker now. And I was expecting to do better once we opened the gates. But, yeah, Otsutsuki just wrecked house right there, so... let's go back up to full, and then we'll get ready for this properly. Maybe we need a different opponent than Otsutsuki. Otsutsuki's just pretty strong. For a second I thought that instantly opened the gates again, but no. I'll see you in a moment once we're back up to full, and let's grab a different opponent besides Otsutsuki. Although I don't know... just for the second gate, I don't know who would be a good opponent. Eden? No. Naruto and Kakashi, we haven't fought period yet. Kisame, no. Itachi, probably no. Do we have any opponents on us that would actually be a good matchup? We have a Haku and Zabuza. That works. So we'll see. We'll test out our gates against them. Right now we can go up to 2, but based on the fact that we're already that close to level 3, we should be able to get to all the gates pretty rapidly. So I'll see you once we healed up a bit more. Oh, we're basically already healed, but 1 second. Okay, healed up. It's now daytime again. We're about to explode because of our friend here. Did we get him? I think we got him. Anyways, first gate open. Okay, it didn't open. There we go. Basically, you have to hold shift and then hold right click for just a moment. First gate open. The gate of opening. Second gate open. Gate of healing. And I have a feeling if I hold right click on its own, it would deactivate. So... there we go. We're doing 15 damage with the normal punch now. I guess Otsutsuki's just too strong to actually take damage there. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi. It's 2 or 3 seconds per training experience. And then from here, second gate. I'm holding shift and right click. Come on. Is it going to open up the third gate? It should be able to now. Come on. Oh, it's 280, not 260. Never mind. We need to hold it for another, like, 20 seconds here. So in just a moment, we'll be able to go into gate 2. Maybe I should pull out a training dummy for this. Actually, I don't have any on me. I left them all at home and to boost our regen. So right now, in the second gate, 14 damage. Third gate, gate of life. Our max health is now up to 600, 18 damage, so just like another small little strength boost. We now have resistance 2, so that's an improvement, and a lot of hunger. So, yeah, just as a baseline, pretty powerful first little step here. And can you pair this with other things? I see no reason why you couldn't pair this with the likes of lightning release mode. But what if I were to try, let's say, the F button right here? Okay. Yes, we have both the 8 gates and... Okay. So, we're definitely getting pretty powerful here. It definitely can just stack those boosts on top of each other, which is pretty cool. Anyways, there's an Otsutsuki here. Can I land a punch? Okay, now stacking the 8 gates with other stuff is starting to go pretty well. No idea how... does that close the gates? Yes, it does, and puts it on a cooldown. So let's go stage 2, shall we? I need to do more training with this form anyways. 200 out of 800. Eventually, if we can stage 2 Bijou Cloaks tied with everything, I don't think anything's going to be able to stop us. Oh, we're dead. Yeah, stage 2 on its own, uncontrollable, does not work. And also, the 8 gates either needs to remain in the offhand at all times, or needs to stay in the hotbar at all times. I'm not entirely sure which one it's going to be. Or it might have been just changing from one to the other, deactivated it, or it was the fact it was specifically right here and not here. Anyways, I now have to regen once more and deal with more inventory nonsense. So, how close are we? Okay, the 3rd gate is already well past. We're about halfway to the next one. If we can at least make it to the 4th gate today, I'll be happy. So I'll see you in just a moment when we can get back to training it up. I was just healing and minding my own business when our friend Itachi here jumped us. I have not put on any power-ups at this point. This is just pure strength and Samehada, and we're going to beat Itachi pretty easily, I think. Something I did not realize, or something I did realize, but didn't realize we would have access to yet. A mastered Jinchuriki gains resistance and immunity to Genjutsu. I thought that meant stage 3. But I think that means just stage 1, because we are not getting Genjutsu at this point. It's made the sound effect that he does whenever he tries to activate a Genjutsu, but he actually hasn't been able to trap us yet. So that is really cool. Anyways, I've somehow auto-locked onto him. And Gate of Opening, Gate of Healing, Gate of Life. Oh, we can actually activate it a bit faster now. Oh, okay. So, the 8 gates cannot be paired... Ow, we gain a lot of weakness when the gates turn off. But the 8 gates must remain in the hand if you want to keep them activated. That is really important to know. There we go. We can actually turn our lock-on onto auto-lock-on. We just need to open like a bag or something while fighting. So, I should be able to... Are we also immune to Amaterasu? Because he hasn't been able to hit that either on us for some reason. And I'm not entirely sure why. Anyways, Itachi here. Lightning Chakra mode on. Yeah, I've just been messing around with Itachi for the last couple minutes after realizing that we couldn't get Genjutsu'd. I'll see you when I can reactivate the 8 gates, which actually I think is technically now. This isn't even a real one anyways. Like, I've been messing around with you for no real reason. Anyways, come on. Let me just finish the fight, please. Wow, you are being silly about this. Come on. Come on. I can end this fight, assuming I hit one more time. There we go. Anyways, Lightning Chakra mode off. That's not what we're here testing. EMS off. That's not what we're here testing. Now, this. This does mean that the 8 gates can only be paired with with our first form of our Bijou Cloak, which is good, but not as good as I was hoping for. So it's very powerful, but it looks like we're gonna have to turn on everything else first. Like, we could do lightning mode, lava cloak, and then go into like lava cloak, lightning cloak, 8 gates, like, 3rd form, or 4th term, almost. So that's probably our strongest form for right now, and then we could activate our 1st form of the Biju Cloak as well. Or, technically when we unlock it, we could go stage 2 Biju first, and then activate the gates, and that should work just fine. So, it will eventually start pairing really well with everything else. It's just gonna take some training up and actually knowing what order to do things in. But just leaving it active for just a moment or two should eventually allow us to, activate our 4th gate, which would be pretty cool. For right now, ow. Rude, ow. How are we doing? Okay, just our gates and our tailed beast cloak on right now. We're already doing better. We're still not going to beat an Otsutsuki like this, but we can handle ourselves a bit more. And basically just dodge that attack whenever possible. I wasn't expecting us to be able to handle Otsutsuki at this point in this, but pairing it at least with stage 1 is pretty good. Anyways, you're up to, let's say, 350. Just another few seconds and we'll be able to go 4th cloak or 4th gate. And will we be able to handle Otsutsuki at that point? 4th gate in just another moment. I have no idea what sort of boost it's going to be. We are in the cloak, so that will mess with us a bit. 3rd gate. Gate of Pain. Oh, something happened there. So our boosts are, again, strength. Resistance goes up to 3, so that's improvement. Oh, we're hitting hard. Did I just deactivate it? Maybe, I don't know. Is it still gaining experience? Yes, it is. Cool. So basically, yeah, we're just hitting like a truck at this point, and we can take hits quite a bit better. And in fact, just going from Resistance 2 to Resistance 3 might even just be enough to win an Otsutsuki fight. Although it is still going to take quite a while. Although I never actually did turn off the healing circle. I believe the Gate of Pain is when the 8 gates start doing damage to us. Because it's called the Gate of Pain. The 8 gates will eventually, will eventually kill us even. We have to be incredibly careful with these. But for right now, it's just a boost that we can make use of. Oh, where did Otsutsuki go? There you go. Yeah, right now this, Resistance 3 and really good speed boosts. What is the cloak responsible for, and what is 8 gates responsible for, is the question. Yeah, we can beat up Otsutsuki here, pretty much no problem. We are not going to die unless we get hit, like, with an awful move. We're too powerful for that. So, how close are we to the next gate? I don't know if we're going to be taking this fight all the way to a win. It's going to take way too long. 520? Okay, that is a little while. So, this gate is, yeah. It's getting really long to train this one, as if we were, it's pretty comparable to training up cloaks of the tailed beast. 520, we need 100 more training points, probably about 200 seconds or something like that. It's like 1 experience per 2 seconds, so probably a handful of minutes. Anyways, I might just keep beating up Otsutsuki here. I don't think we're going to die, although we're getting a little low. It's whoops, didn't mean to teleport away there, but yeah, you can see. Did we deactivate the cloak? Let's deactivate the cloak, shall we? And see just what sort of strength this gives us on our own. I need something with a bunch of health to punch real quick. You'll have a max amount of health I can do to you. And, okay, so we're hitting the max amount of damage we can do to a Grimoire of Gaia mob. So that's a thing. 25, that's actually pretty decent. Resistance 3, haste 4, speed. Oh, apparently ran into a different one of you. And it legitimately is a different one of you. Cool. Okay. So yeah, Resistance 3, really good speed. I think this might be comparable to the Tenseigan power-up. Like, the Tenseigan just on its own gives a bunch of speed and resistance 3. Oh, this is actually considerably faster than just the Tenseigan on its own. So, another Otsutsuki, oh my goodness. So yeah, just the 4th gate is really cool. But, we'll save the rest of the gates for next time, I think. We're closing in on gate number 5. We know we could start stacking this, and this is just going to be a pretty major boost. Oh yeah, this is the one where we actually turn red and you can sort of see it starting to act up. But anyways, deactivate it for right now. I want to thank you very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed as much as I have, and I hope to see you next time. So without further ado, take care, everybody. Okay, so I want to thank everyone one more time for watching, and a special thank you to the channel members, Yamato Tanagura, Goddess of the Star-Filled Void, and the Phantom Knight. Thank you all so much for the extra support, and without further ado, take care, everybody.